Hello everyone, welcome back to online class. I am AKKAMAHADEVI, your science teacher from Upper Public School, Kalavadi. So children, today I am here with the continuation of the same chapter, that is getting to know plants. So before we start this class, let us recall the points which we have discussed in the previous class. Okay, so in the previous class, we have discussed about the parts of a plant, isn't it children? So we have discussed about stem, isn't it? So when we talk about stem, okay, okay. So when we talk about stem, so stem is the main part of the plant which is above the ground, isn't it? So stem is the main part of the plant which is above the ground, And what it bears? It bears branches, leaves, fruits, flowers, and so on. Okay. And what are the main function of stem, children? Yes, it conducts water and mineral from roots to the leaves, isn't it? So it conducts water and mineral from roots to the leaves, and even it transports food from leaves to the other parts of the plant, isn't it? And even it holds a plant aerial structure like leaves, flowers, fruits, and so on. Okay, so this is all about like stem, which we have discussed. And next, which part we have discussed? Yes, exactly. We have discussed about yes, children. We have discussed about leaf, isn't it? So now, so this is stem. Okay. So now, the part of a leaf which is attached to the stem. So what do we call? Yes, children. The part of a leaf which is attached to the stem. We call petioles, isn't it? So petal is a part of a leaf which is attached to the stem. So it is a part of leaf. So next, what do we call for this part? A broad green part of a leaf. Yes, this is lamina, isn't it? So now, so what do you mean by lamina? The part of a leaf, like a broad green part of a leaf is known as lamina. Okay, so now, so these lines are called as, yes, they are called as veins, isn't it? So these small lines are called as veins, which makes a pattern on the leaves. Okay, and what we call for this? A thick vein which is present in the middle of a leaf. Yes, this is known as mid-rib. Okay, so once again I'll repeat children. So here, petiole means a part of a leaf which is attached to the stem. So this part. So this part is known as petiole. Okay, and a broad green part of a leaf is known as lamina. And these small lines which are present on a leaf, they are called as veins, and the thick vein which is present in the middle of a leaf is known as mid-rib. Okay, so next what we have discussed? Yes, children. So these lines which are present on a leaf, they form the pattern. So that pattern is known as the pattern on a leaf, which the veins are formed. They are known as venation, isn't it? The pattern which are made on the leaf by veins, they are known as venation. So how many types of venations are there? Yes, there are two types of leaf venation. One is reticulate leaf venation and the another one is parallel leaf venation. So what do you mean by reticulate leaf venation? Yes, children, a design like net-like structure is formed on both the side of the mid-ring of a leaf. Okay, so like this, as I have explained. So a net-like structure on both the side of a mid-ray. So if the pattern is made like this, then that pattern, then those leaves are called as reticulate leaf venation. And if the leaves are like the veins which are present on a leaf, if they form a parallel, okay, if the veins are parallel to each other on a leaf, then those leaves are called as parallel leaf venation. So now children, can you tell me the examples of reticulate leaf venation? Yes. For example, rose, pepper tree, mango tree. So just you observe the leaves of those, like just now I said like rose plant, you observe the leaves, okay, and even pepper tree, mango tree. So how the leaves will be, like on the leaves the venation will be like net-like structure. And when you observe the leaves of like wheat, maize, or even if you observe grass, you will find parallel leaf venation. There the veins will be parallel to each others. Okay, so this is all about leaf. So now next part is, yes children? So before we start to discuss a new part, let us discuss the function of a leaves. Okay. So as I said, like there are two main functions are there. So there are two main functions of leaves. Which are those? Transpiration, okay, and photosynthesis. So these two are the main function of leaves. One is transpiration and one more is photosynthesis. So now let us discuss like what do you mean by transpiration? So in the transpiration, what happens children? Leaves give out excess of water in the form of vapors through the process called through the process called transpiration. Okay, so now children, what do you mean by transpiration here? Leaves give out excess of water in the form of vapors through the process called transpiration. So now based on this, when activity is there children, so from that activity you will come to know about transpiration. Okay, so let us start that activity. So for this activity we need to know the process of transpiration, this activity we are coming to know like what is there in that activity. Okay, so first for this activity we need one herb. Okay, we need one polythene bag, and even we need one thread. Okay, so these are things which we require for this activity. So first we need herb, a plant which is well watered. Okay, so we should take a plant which is well watered and healthy. Okay, so first thing like we need a plant like herb. Okay, so next we need polythene bag. Okay, and even we need thread. So the best time to conduct this activity is during daytime. Okay, so during daytime, just you keep a pot like a herb plant under the sunlight. Okay, children. So just you keep the plant under the sunlight during the daytime only. Okay, so during the daytime, just you keep a plant under the sunlight, and then take one polythene bag as they have shown in your textbook. Okay, so just open your textbook, page number 56. Okay, page number 56 you can see here. Okay, so just you like tie a polythene bag to the branchy leaves. So you should try a polythene bag to the branchy leaf. Just you tie it tightly. Okay, and leave it for few hours. So like this you should tie a polythene bag to a leafy branches of a plant. Okay, so if you do like this, so after few hours when you observe the plastic, so you can see a water droplets in the plastic. So before we had to a dry plastic, isn't it? So now from where does this water comes? Yes, children? Yes. So where does the water comes in the plastic? So as we know that transpiration is a process where excess of water is released from the leaves in the form of vapors, isn't it? So from this experiment, like from this activity, what we come to know? We come to know that the leaf gives out excess of water. So we can see in the plastic the water droplets which has come out from the leaves. By which process? By the process called transpiration. Okay, so this is like how water droplets comes out from the leaves. Okay, so once again I'll repeat, children. Transpiration means excess of water comes out in the form of vapors through the process of transpiration. Okay, so this is about transpiration. So now next function is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Okay. So your green plants prepare food. Okay, green plants prepare food by the process of photosynthesis using carbon dioxide and water in the presence of yes, children, in the presence of sunlight. So once again I'll repeat, children. So here photosynthesis means green leaves prepare food by the process of photosynthesis using carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight. So this is known as photosynthesis. So where the leaves prepare their food, okay, by using carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight. So this is known as photosynthesis. So for this also, children, there is one more activity where we should test the presence of starch in a leaf. Okay, so let us start that activity. So here we are going to test the presence of starch in a leaf. Test the presence of starch in a leaf. Okay. So here we are going to test the presence of starch in a leaf. So now for this activity, what are the materials we require? Yes, children, we require test tube, isn't it? Leaf, water, beaker, we need heater, we need iodine solution, isn't it? So these are the requirements like we need to conduct this activity. Which activity? Test the presence of starch in a leaf. Okay. So first what you should do, children, you should take a leaf in a test tube. Okay. So first what you should do? You should take a leaf in a test tube. So leaf in a test tube. Okay. And pour some spirit. So one more we left, children. We need spirit also. Okay, so these are the requirements which we require. So first thing is like take a leaf in a test tube, okay, and pour spirit to immerse. So the leaf should be completely immersed in the spirit. Okay, so now place the test tube in a beaker. Okay, so what you should do? You should place the test tube in a beaker, and the beaker should be filled, half completely filled with water. Okay, so now what you should do? Heat the beaker. Okay, start to heat the beaker. So until all the green color from the leaves come out in the spirit, you should heat. Okay, so when all the color from the leaf, like the green color which is present in the leaf, comes out in the spirit, at that time you should take out the leaf slowly from the test tube. Okay, wash it cleanly, and then you place it on a glass table. Okay, so now what you should do? You should pour iodine solution. Okay, what you should do? You should pour some iodine solution. So by using dropper, you can drop on the leaf. Okay, so thus if the color of the solution changes to blue or black, then what it indicates? Already this we have learned in the second chapter, isn't it, children? Components of food. Okay, so if the color of solution changes to blue or black, then what it indicates? Yes, children, it indicates the presence of starch in a leaf, isn't it? So once again I'll repeat, children. So what you should do? Take a leaf in a test tube, okay, and pour spirit to completely immerse the leaf. Okay, so now place the test tube in a beaker half filled with water. Okay, so now heat the beaker till all the green color from the leaf comes out into the spirit in the test tube. Okay, so now what you should do? Take out the leaf. Okay, take out the leaf carefully and wash it in water. And now place that leaf on a watch glass. Okay, and now what you should do? You should pour some iodine solution. Okay, what you should do? You should pour some iodine solution over it. So if the iodine solution will turn into blue-black, then what it indicates? It indicates the presence of starch in the leaf, isn't it? So this is how to test the presence of starch in a leaf. Okay, so this is all about leaf. So now we will move forward and we will discuss about which part, children? Flower. Okay. So before we discuss about a part of a flower, let me tell you today's attendance code, children. So today's attendance code is 11, 20, 21. Okay. So note it down in your notebook, children. Today's attendance code is 11, 1, 1, 2, 0, 2, 1. 11, 20, 21. Okay. Note it down. Okay, so today's attendance code is 11, 20, 21. So now we will discuss about flower. Yes, children. So here flower is mainly the reproductive part of plant, isn't it? So you might have seen different types of flowers of different colors and even of different patterns. Whether all the flowers will be of same color? No, they are of different colors, isn't it? So here flower is mainly the reproductive part of a plant. Okay. So now what are the parts of a flower? Yes, children? Let me draw here. So just you also try to draw a neat diagram of flower, children. Okay. So this is a diagram of flower. So now can you identify the parts of a flower? Yes, children. So just by seeing this, we can say that these are petals, isn't it? So these parts are known as petals and these are known as sepals. Okay. So now these are known as stamen and the middle part is known as pistil. Okay, so these are the parts of a flower. Okay, so about these parts, let us discuss in detail in the next class. Okay, children. So just you try to draw a neat diagram of flower and try to label the parts of a flower. And about the parts of a flower, let us discuss in detail in the next class. So this is all about today's class, children. Hope you all have understood this class. So we will meet in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.